Okay, part 3. Here we are. We're back. I'm in the same shirt. I'm still in the same spot. This is this part of you in your subconscious. This is this part of you you identify with. Okay, we're still using the same example of this hyper independent self, this problem solver, this one that takes responsibility, and this powerless, needy inner child, vulnerable inner child that never had someone take responsibility for it, or had many compounding experiences of people not taking responsibility for it the way that they should have, the way that they were responsible to. So, right now, in this third part, I'm going to talk about integration of this. So, what this looks like, and this is work that you can, oh my God, there's a butterfly outside. This is work that you can always do on your own as well. And I'm going to say, not simply as someone who offers these services and can help facilitate this for you, but also as someone who does this work myself and has been doing this work myself for a very, very long time. I find that, especially in the beginning, but even many years later, I mean, it's been like 10 years for me, I still hire other facilitators and other practitioners to facilitate this work for me personally, because I just find it to be so much easier to do that and so much more effective. Having said that, there are so many different ways in which you can address these things and integrate these things on your own without anyone, without paying anyone, okay? So the first piece of this is bringing this part of you to light, right? But here's the thing is, sometimes there's going to be a lot of resistance from this part that you're really identified with. So we'll put this right here right now, okay? This part that you're really identified with might not even let you bring this part out at first. It might be like, absolutely fucking not, that part is unsafe. Absolutely fucking not. If we bring this part out, it's going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt, we're going to be unsafe. My whole job is to protect you. My whole job is to keep this part hidden. So we always want to work with the resistance first. So if you're doing this on your own, or even with a practitioner, you're always going to want to address this part first. Now, this might require you to create a relationship with this part. It might require you to create some disidentification between you and this part, and really recognizing that it's not actually who you are, and it's simply a protective mechanism that you created, that you've kind of as a part of the amalgamation that has become your personality and your self-concept, right? So when we can create some disidentification, and most importantly, we can create some trust with this part of you. Now, what I would do if we were working as a practitioner, and this is something you could do alone, we would go straight for this part. We would literally create some disidentification, some physical space, move your body. We would kind of embody and go into just this part, kind of forget all of everything else that you are as a person and go just into this part. We would talk to it. We would work with it as long as it takes to soften that resistance, to get it to recognize the ways in which its behavior may be harming you and may actually be causing the thing that it's trying to protect you from, because that's usually the case. So we would work with that as long as it takes. And then when at some point there is enough softness to come to this part, and this part allows you to, then we would bring this part up and we would talk with this part and we would meet its needs. Okay. So that's direct experiencing, working directly with. And really quick, before this video reaches the point in which I kind of want these videos to end, I will add that you can also kind of indirectly experience these things, like you can, working alone or with a practitioner. One of the things that I always recommend for people is to, when you have, let's say, an uncomfortable, vulnerable feeling come up, let's say it's, you have the partner who has narcissistic tendencies and that's where the feelings come up, or maybe you have a parent who triggers certain uncomfortable, vulnerable feelings in you. This is where we do the work to turn towards instead of against, instead of push away, instead of dissociate, instead of go do whatever you do to avoid your emotions. We're going to turn inward and we're going to talk to it like it's a vulnerable child. Not like it's the part of you that you don't like and that makes you uncomfortable and makes your life difficult. We're going to talk to it like it's a vulnerable child. Would you tell a child, would you ask a child, why are you even feeling this way? Why are you so upset? Or would you sit with a child, okay? And maybe you would respond that way, but you're not going to hear. So you're going to sit with the child. You're going to say, I see how you're feeling. I feel you. I see that you're really upset. I see that you're feeling this way and this way. Anyone in your position would feel this way. I completely understand why you feel this way. You don't have to feel better. We can be with this. Give them presence, give them mirroring, give them validation, all those things, all those basic developmental needs that you didn't get. And then we can move on to, I wish this was different for you. Maybe reflecting how things are in a way that's kind of like, I really wish this experience could be different for you. And then what can I do to meet your needs? What can I do for you right now? And it doesn't have to be what can I do to make you feel better, because you don't need to feel better. You're allowed to feel like shit. It's just, what do you need right now? All right, I'll leave it at that.